the setting is in the movie house. You know, my mom, everyone's with me. And we are watching a film, Cinderella. And I have that popcorn in my hand. It mesmerizes me because it adds to my enjoyment inside the movie house. I have soft drinks in my hands, and my brother and my sister is with me. So we sat down and watched how Cinderella left his slippers, and suddenly this prince was able to find it, and suddenly she was transformed. To tell you the truth, I didn't really understand much of it. Why? Because I was mesmerized. I was imagining in my mind, like, I have the popcorn in my hand, and it gives me this feeling of pleasure. And in the movie house, because it's only once in a while we go to a movie house, so it's like a beautiful event that's happening right there and then. So unfortunately, I wasn't there to actually witness every part of it. I was here. So let's move to a point in my life, my teen years, where I also am watching a movie. And this time, it was just me. I skipped school just to watch a movie. Guess what the movie is?
Cinderella.
It's something romantic. Any romantic movie that stands out for you?
I heard Titanic.
Titanic. All right. Mine was, you know, where Ali McGraw, and it's called The Love Story. So even the title just beckoned me to watch the film. It's like, I gotta watch this film. I might have a class. It's chemistry. I don't know much about chemistry. The teacher, so I blamed everyone just so to be able to be there. And when I was there, I was ready. And so there's this scene where Ali McGraw gazed into his eyes, and the guy gazed into his eyes, and suddenly everything stopped. You know, as if their eyes were talking to each other. And I knew what they were talking about. Isn't that funny? There was no words. Yet, I was in my mind trying to figure out, or trying to be there. And I felt like I was the lady, the actress being there. And I was meeting this man of my dreams. And within that particular event, what I did is actually made a picture of me, made a movie inside my head of who I am. I defined myself within that storyline. And what happened was, as I meet this guy, I embraced and felt the moment like time stood still. And I was in that never-ending ecstasy. It was just a hug. And then suddenly, after they hug, very slowly, the camera moves. And very slowly, they kiss. As if, again, time stood still, you know. And when they were hugging and kissing, and their bodies started moving like this, and their eyes like went up, you know. And I thought, this is what they call ecstasy. This is what I should have. So when I became an adult, I dreamt of this guy. Who can this guy be? And I looked around. Some guys are giving me some letters. And in the Philippines, what we do is we they first say, I love you. The man first says, I love you, gives you a flower or a letter, and of course, you're mesmerized because that word is being used in television, in movies, and especially in the folk tales. You see, and so there's this Prince Charming blown out of proportion, and I blew. And so I ran from one relationship to the next. No, he's not the one. I got in and broke up. I got in and broke up. Guess how many marriages I had? 4. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I did after that was relook at what love really is. Because romance, as I looked in the dictionary, is about tales, about legends from the past, stories of the past. No wonder I imagine what happened in these folk tales of the past. Didn't you do that too? Yes, I think we all did. But is that us? Or was that driven by our environment, by the media, by the movie makers, by the directors? And within that, we just followed whatever they were telling us to do. And the advertisements, because they know that after you watch the movie, you are going to desire something, maybe a lipstick to make yourself so beautiful for that Prince Charming. Some beautiful dress, some high heels, some bags. So they advertise for those things, and guess what? There are many bags from Armani and from different designers. You see, and then you trip because all this is fake. This is not really me. And so when I tripped, it was cancer beckoning me. June, wake up. Have a look. What's going on? And then I realized I was running away from my fears. Fear of ugliness and badness and all the things that I hate to see. Poverty around me in the Philippines. There's people who don't eat 3 times a day. And what do? You run away from them so fast. And then finally, you see these movies and you forget about them as if they did not exist. What I did was just pushed it aside and ran after what the advertising agencies wanted me to buy. And so this definition of myself, rather than being blown out of proportion, what I did was to actually collapse all of it through self-forgiveness. So what I did was, I said, I forgive myself for accepting and allowing myself to believe that there is such a Prince Charming that is more than who I am. But really, who he is and who I am is one and equal, because we have the same body, just different size, shape, form. So ladies and gentlemen, when you say it's romantic, investigate the word romance first. Thank you.
That was very inspiring.